More mail on a daily occurrence. Let's get started. The first mail is from
Victor in Wellstone, Ohio.
Wellstone, Ohio. And on the back it says, one condition, post on your Facebook that you received it. Didn't do that. Actually, I should probably quickly address something. A lot of times when people send mail, they send me tweets or they send me Facebook messages or YouTube messages, sometimes emails, and say, did you get my mail? Or they'll say, will you let me know when my mail gets there? And a lot of times I don't. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't. And one of the main reasons is when we have like 60 letters in there, it can take me a long time to find someone's letter because I have to actually manually search through every single letter. So if you ask for that and I don't give it to you, it's not because I hate you, it's because it would take actually a fair amount of time to search through all the letters and make sure that we have it. Sometimes people like send stuff like from Amazon and they're like, hey, did my thing from Amazon get there? And I'm like, well, there's 3 things from Amazon here, so I have no idea. So just be aware. We probably have your mail. It's the easiest way to go about it. Anyway, Victor's letter says, hey. Really, the first line, hey, in the period. It says, first off, sorry for the horrible handwriting. I posted on your Facebook complaining of having no good cards. No 5 minutes after, or is it not 5 minutes after, my friend dumps all his cards on me because he doesn't want them. Idiot. Now, I'm not a collector. The only cards I want are the red cards that I can use. So, in thanks, I think Karma felt bad when I posted, I'm going to give you the cards I can't use, including one of the 2 mythic rares, the other is in my deck. So here you go, and do whatever you want with them. Bye, Victor. P.S. I'm only on day 143 when writing this. P.P.S. I'm writing on my computer table. There is no room. Well, you should clear some stuff off of your computer table, Victor. And Victor sends this first thing. It says, just because it can, 1962 was a long time ago, and the R-Wing Swan strikes. The R-Wing Swan? Oh, man. That's a reference to a really old vlog day. I think it was Tiramasuki, actually, who we just saw recently send in origami, and I think I said it looked like an R-Wing Swan. Wow, that's like in the depths of my mind going beep, 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 coming out. Also, this is on a World of Warcraft notepad, which is wacky. I didn't even know that they made that. And we have another piece of art here.
Looks like a Zentangle.
A whatty what?
A Zentangle.
A Zentangle?
It's like doodling.
I used to make stuff that looked very similar to this in high school. I was really interested in like design elements that were abstract, really abstract stuff. I really liked that. I did huge pieces like on my notebooks like that. And it just says, have some art and love it, from Victor. Well, Victor, we will have our art and eat it too. Well, we won't eat it, but we'll love it. And the cards that Victor sends.
Start with that.
We have a signed mountain from Victor. Victor the mountain. He's a mountain. And then we also have a prophetic prism.
Uncommons.
She's handing me this stuff. There's 2 Scepter of Empire and 2 Crown of Empires.
Rares.
And there's a bunch of rares here. The Sphinx of Uthun, Ghoul Tree, Increasing Confusion, Mold Grav, Monstrosity, Splinter Fright, Visions of Beyond, Isolated Chapel, Grand Abolisher, Clone, Ancient Hellkite, Flare of the Hate-Bound, Throne of Empires, and Solemn Simulacrum.
Mythic. And
then a mythic here is Praetor's Council. And I didn't show all the cards because the Magic players, they know them, man. Like you say a name and they know exactly what the card looks like, they know what the art is, they know what its cost is, they know what the card does. I've been down that road before. I haven't kept up with it, but if you name like something from a core set from 2 years ago, I still got it. Anyway, Victor, thank you so much for the leather and the art and a huge stack of useful Magic cards. And we're going to move on to the next letter, which is from
Amanda in Naples.
Amanda in Naples. Naples is in Florida.
You know some geography.
Well, yeah, I do. First off, hello, StephenMail. I am often known as Relaxmly on the internet, but you may call me Amanda, as it is my real name. Funny story about my username, one of my closest friends who has also sent you a letter gave me this name when I was just trying to think of an interesting username for myself. If you look closely at it, it is the name Mallory with an X, similar to how the names of Organization 13 were set up in Kingdom Hearts 2. Okay, well I didn't play Kingdom Hearts 2, but I get it. It's kind of jumping back and forth with an X in the middle. Relaxmly. I don't know if there's a correct pronunciation. I'll move on. Anyway, I found your channels by chance over spring break. I was searching for new things to watch on YouTube, and your Let's Play channel happened to be in my recommended channels. I watched the entirety of your Skyrim LP that week and immediately loved it. It was a great way to spend my spring break after stressful times in college. I'm going to be in my 3rd year after April. Ever since then, I watch/listen to your vlog and LPs as I'm doing homework, so thank you both for keeping me sane. As far as your vlog videos go, I enjoy watching the videos of Kepler and Sagan because they remind me of my little kittens, Roman and Rambo, which are really sweet names, who have been through a lot in their lives. My orange and white cat, Roman, is an Everglades survivor and was the only one of his litter to make it out. He was brought to the shelter near where I live because it was the closest, and he had to have special care because of the trauma he faced during his months in the Everglades. I had been looking for a buddy after my first cat died, and my mom told me about Roman. I went with her to see him the following day, and he was very timid at first. He wouldn't even go near my mom, but as soon as I entered the room, he came up to me, and it was love at first sight. The people at the shelter were amazed. Now, my cat Rambo had been an extra bonus. The shelter was having a sale on kittens, so my mom thought it was best to get a friend for Roman. Rambo had been moving from house to house ever since he was born. He had been through about 4 owners before us. We ended up getting Rambo for free. These cats have brightened our days since then, but they are also a lot of work, just like Sagan and Kepler from what I've seen in the vlogs. Okay, enough rambling about cats, and I'll finish this letter, but before that, I thought I'd mention that I have included 3 Pokemon cards. I know you get a lot of Greg and Jitters cards, but I figured there's nothing wrong with having a personal army. I have also given you both a card of the final evolution of my favorite starters from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I even wrote the name I gave him in my latest playthrough of Platinum when I was naming all my Pokemon after characters from Game of Thrones. I'm glad I finally had time to write this letter to you both. It has been a very stressful semester for me, but hey, it's almost done, and probably will be by the time you read this. Thank you both so much for giving me entertainment each and every day, and I hope you both continue to have a great life together. You two are perfect for each other. Sincerely yours, Amanda. And P.S. Say hello to the kitties for me.
Hi, Sagan.
Amanda, thank you so much for the letter. Very thoughtful, very personal. I really enjoy hearing about other people's pets, and it just sounds like the experience that you had with Roman was similar to the experience I had with, Sagan and Rocco to an extent, where, they come and they approach you and they just want to be with you. Obviously, they didn't go through the same trauma that Roman had went through with the Everglades, but still, fascinating story and very fascinating letter. And then we also have these cards. We have a Torterra, which is Hojin? I'm not familiar with Game of Thrones. I've never seen it. So I'm going to murder everything. I think that's Jojen or Hojin, but I'm not sure. And then we also have a Bulbasaur and a Pikachu that says, I'm Jitters. Amanda, thank you very, very much. That was an incredible letter, and I appreciate the Pokemon cards as well. We're going to move on to the next letter, which is from
Griffin in Bud Lake, New Jersey.
Dear Stephen and Mal, hello, I am a new Let's Player on YouTube. You and Mal, along with some of the other Let's Players, have inspired me to Let's Play. I so far have made 5 episodes of my first series, although currently my recording has been halted because my laptop was in need of repairs for a while, and now is currently in for repair. Also, my capture card was being a jerk, so I had to unplug it. But enough about that stuff. You and Mal have provided me with countless hours of enjoyment. I especially love the Twilight Princess Let's Play. Hey, I just realized that those initials are the same for toilet paper. Ha! Legend of Zelda Toilet Paper, coming soon to Nintendo Capri Sun's channel. Although I prefer when Mal plays because I find there is usually better commentary, as you can focus only on the commentary without being sidetracked by the game. Plus, Mal is usually quiet, so you are kind of the superior commentator. Also, Mal is awesome at it. Not to say you aren't, Stephen. I have even included, it's a little different. I have even included some Twilight Princess artwork I made myself. I had actually gotten the idea for the picture from one of Attacking Toucan's vlogs. Then I got bored and drew Zelda, so I'm throwing that in as well. Also, I have just one question. Are you going to be doing another Minecraft custom map thing? I remember from the Taurus you said that you may do another in 2013, so I'm just curious. Speaking of Minecraft, I loved your Let's Play of it. Seriously, many memorable moments came from it. For example, the death of Sammy 3.0, Creeper on Your Head, Mr. Bucket, Speed Hopper, and My Wife Poisoned Me. In fact, you actually inspired me to buy Minecraft, which I now enjoy. And I have seen your friends' updates which I enjoy, and I would absolutely love to join in, but I understand that the server can only hold so many people. Although when I first got on, I didn't have a nice experience. My game was like frozen in the fact that I could barely move, like at the speed of a cobweb, but everything else could. Now there was a cow nearby, but I couldn't see it. Then it did that heavy breathing sound, and I freaked out because I didn't know what it was. Then I started a new world. Right now I am building a house in a hill near a plains biome, which is sandwiched between a jungle and a taiga? Taiga. It's not a taiga. It's like taiga. Or
Taiga.
Is it taiga? Taiga?
It's like the frozen tundra of Lambeau Fields.
I know what it is, and I've actually pronounced that. I've like looked up the pronunciation before, but it's not a common word, so I don't remember. Anyway, snowy forest biome. For some reason, my worlds always have an excess of jungles and that daggone T word. I can never find a large plains biome. Also, I play on peaceful, so I don't have bones, and there are always like 30 freaking wolves nearby. Okay, this is running on and on, so I think I'm done. P.S. Mal, keep on trolling Steven. Your fellow Let's Player, Skitty0125.
It's a great username.
You love Skitty.
I do.
Okay, well, I'm going to call you Skitty because you signed your leather as Skitty. So, Skitty, thank you so much for the leather. And let's take a look at this art here. We have Zelda. And we also have this picture of, I guess you could almost call it like a poster of Link as the wolf on
the moon.
Yeah,
on some rocks.
And it's kind of hard to see because it's very light.
Looks like watercolor pencil.
Yeah, I think you're right. But if we hold it this way, you can actually see it a little better. Very, very nice. Also, to quickly answer your question before we move on, you asked if we were going to do another Minecraft custom map. Yes. Yes, I'm not really sure which one we're going to do. The maker of Monarch of Madness, who has a YouTube channel and is Darko Hexar, has actually become fairly well acquainted with us. He's actually started to watch a lot of our other videos, and he's informed us that he is working on another map, which is actually going to be like a series of maps. And I don't know when he's going to finish everything up or when we are going to do it, but we're going to do those maps. So that's at least going to happen, and that's probably going to be, at least one of them is going to be like this year, so you can expect it. Anyway, Skitty, thank you very much. We're going to move on to the next letter, which is from
Kevin in Roswell, Georgia. And this is addressed to Sagan. So you want Sagan? He may come over here.
I think he heard his name. Sagan, come here. Come on. Come on, kitty. Come here. He's like, what? What'd I do? Okay. Woo! Kind of dropped him, but he's alright. Alright, I got Sagan.
Here.
He's
entertain him.
He's on my face! Oh, he's got an eye patch.
He's not happy about that.
Oh, he's gonna eat it. Don't eat paper, honey. It's bad for you. Alright, are you gonna read his letter to him?
I guess so.
I'll hold him and you read his letter to him.
It's addressed to us.
Oh, okay.
But the envelope said Sagan.
Oh, well, Sagan can still participate.
Okay. Dear StephenMail, this is a threat note, crossed out. My first letter to the vlog. Inside the envelope, you will find the best Pokemon card of all time.
Which is Potion. It removes 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon. Removes 1 damage counter if that Pokemon only has 1.
I recommend framing this glorious card. I also have some questions for you. Some of these may have been answered, will be answered by the time you read this.
Okay.
Number 1, why did you stop making Minecraft videos and videos in general on the Nintendo Speaks channel?
It's a lot of extra work. And it's weird because it probably doesn't seem like it because like the Nintendo series was literally like 5-minute Minecraft videos. But when you're doing so much, you end up forgetting that it exists. Like you don't even remember that it's a thing. And there's so many other pressing issues that I can spend my time on that I just don't even think about Nintendo. The other issue is that occasionally I'll have enough time to actually devote to Nintendo, but I don't want to start it up and then let it die again. Like if I ever start it back up, I'm only going to do it if I can complete like 60 or more episodes and have them ready to come out. Because I don't want to start it and then a weekend be like, and that's the end. See you guys in a year. So that's why I haven't done it.
Number 2, you've said multiple times that you are big cat people, not literally. What is your opinion on dogs?
I like dogs. I have nothing against dogs. I prefer cats. But like I'm not afraid of dogs. In fact, Me and Mal have talked about, maybe having a dog in the future. Like, I'm
A golden.
like a big dog. It's just between the two. I really like cats. I grew up with cats, and I have a huge attachment to little feline friends. But I like dogs too.
Number 3, I've never been to a Taco Bell restaurant in my life because my dad said he thinks it smells like cat food. We're dog people. Is it any good?
Taco Bell is the best thing on earth when you're eating it, and as soon as you're done, you feel like
you shouldn't have ever done that.
You feel like you're gonna die. I think that's true for most fast food though. Taco Bell just takes it to an extreme. Like, it really is like. It's like heroin. They really, like, you feel so good, and then later on you feel so bad, and then later on still, oh Lord. Move on.
Number 4, if you're willing to say this, is there a particular tactic used to find good deals on Craigslist?
The best tactic is checking as often as possible. I check twice a day, especially if you have the possibility of checking in the daytime, because a lot of people work throughout the day, and I work throughout the day, but I'm at the computer, so I can check Craigslist. If there's a really good deal, I can contact that seller, and I can have went out and gotten that deal before other people are home from work that could be interested. So, I mean, just check it at least twice a day, and check the video game section as much as possible.
Number 5, you mentioned making an LP of
Wii Fit Plus?
Wii Fit Plus. I was trying to say fitness and try to fit that in there.
Wii Fitness Plus. Well, fit is fitness.
Was it something for a bucket list, or are you really doing it?
I don't know if it's not planned. I'll say that. It's not planned, but I think it would be hilarious and fun to do. Maybe we even get my parents involved in some way. Me and Matt would definitely do it. I'd probably have to coax my parents into it, but I could probably talk them into it.
Number 6, you have exactly 69 videos on Xfist JMG1, just saying.
Boom, chicka bow wow. Actually, there's a ton more videos on there. Like, a ton. There are probably 200 or more videos on that channel. The difference is they're all unlisted. Because I went through at one point and was like, made a lot of crap, and then I just started taking it away. And there wasn't really any complaint. There was a complaint like right after it, like for the 2 people that had seen those videos, was like, hey, where did this really terrible video go? I'm like, well, it was terrible. And then that was it. So, whatever. I'm mostly known for vlogs and LPs, so I'll just keep the other crap away.
Number 7, one to Mal. Have you ever wanted to, or will you ever teach a different age group of kids? I taught elementary last year, which was 4-year-old kindergarten to 5th grade, which would be 11 years old, and now I teach high school, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors.
So you've done every age group except for 12 to 13.
Yes.
You're missing the middle schoolers.
No, I'm not missing.
Oh.
I know I'm not an elementary school teacher, like personality-wise.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't.
You prefer high school, and that's fine.
I'd like to teach college someday.
I mean, that's a goal for the future.
8, will you and Mal ever have kids?
Oh, this question. We've always said ask again in 5 years, yada, yada, yada. We want to have kids, just not soon. And we've talked about having a kid. I don't know if we want to have more than one kid. We may, and if we have more than one kid, then I guess we'll have more than one kid. But we're largely undecided on a lot of things, but we know that it's going to be a few years before we would try, like actively attempt to have kids. That's a good answer. Go on.
9, I might be making this up, but I thought I remembered saying that you played an instrument at some point in your life. If so, what? I played trombone and baritone, and I'm first chair in marching band as a freshman. Wow, that's cool.
I don't
first
know.
chair.
I don't know what that means.
They get like solos and the good parts, the difficult parts.
Oh wow.
Normally you try out for it based on.
Well, Mal played clarinet.
I played the whole family of clarinets.
Okay, show off. I played a guitar. I played guitar, and I know. I'm just gonna stick with guitar. I was gonna say I know a little piano, but I don't. No, music theory didn't even happen. Go on.
Number 10. And one last one, particularly important. Have either of you been labeled for playing Nintendo and games in general at any point in life? If so, how did you overcome it?
Labeled? Like being made fun of for playing video games?
Yeah, I would say socially.
When I was really young, I played video games. Like, okay, it's actually funny that being labeled Nintendo is a thing now, because when I was a kid, that's all there was. Like, you played, Nintendo was synonymous with video games. In fact, you didn't say, I'm gonna go play video games. You said, I'm gonna go play Nintendo. That was just what you said. And I grew up in a place where no one had Genesis. Like, all of my friends had Super Nintendo. And it's been interesting reading about that, console war that went on, because in my opinion, it was never really much of a war. Like, everyone I knew had Super Nintendo. I knew one person, which was my cousin, that had the Sega Genesis, and I played it, and Sonic was cool. But it did not have the library the Super Nintendo had. But it's interesting reading about it now, because it seems like there was a time when it was uncool to do Nintendo, but that was not really at the level it is like now. Yeah. Because now, like, if you're a hardcore gamer, you play Call of Duty and you play FIFA on your Xbox 360 and your PS3. You don't play your Nintendo Wii. So I didn't have to deal with that as a kid, but just video games in general. It was back when I was in elementary and middle school, because I played video games a lot then, and people, I guess, weren't huge into it like I was. But in high school, that kind of faded. Everyone played video games. I also went to a small high school. I liked video games more than everyone else, but I would throw Halo parties. We'd have LAN parties where we all played Halo, and my entire class, because I went to a small high school, would come over and we'd all play Halo like all night. So I don't know, I didn't really have to deal with that, at least like when I was a freshman. Anyway.
I never had any issue with it. I mean, when I was little with my Genesis, it wasn't like a thing. I mean, I just had it. It was like having a copy of Monopoly.
You're a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about, obviously I don't know a whole lot about being a girl, but the stigma behind that and playing video games, it seems like people would like you. Men would like you. I like you.
I mean, I didn't really get back into playing a whole lot of it until I got my PS2.
But you played in high school, though.
Yeah, I was never really up on what was new until college. I just played whatever.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that just a few years ago, less than 10 years ago, like, girls playing video games was like not even a thing. Like, it happened, but no one talked about it. Like, if you found out a girl played a video game, you're like, what? No, you don't. You just do your hair and go to the mall, right?
And it's interesting because in high school, my friends who played games, they had older brothers that sort of started their playing of the games because their brothers would have it.
The playing of the games. Anyway.
Playing of the games every Saturday, playing Melee.
We have to move on because we've taken a long time.
That's about it. Keep making horrible crossed out vlogs.
Oh, you went there.
Mel, keep torturing crossed out teaching kids, and eternal luck with the cats.
And then at the back it says, from Kevin, and his YouTube name is Jalika
Kick.
HALJAL, Haljal, and then IKA Kick 64. That was kind of hard. Soon to be an LP channel from Roswell, Georgia. P.S. I included a photo I found online. Since the Pokemon Leaf Green LP just ended on Stephen Plays, I figured you would get it. And then it's the SpongeBob thing. It says, how tough am I? I went into Mount Moon without any rappels. Right this way. Welcome to the, what is it called? The Salty Spittoon. How tough are you? Man, I talked about it in the LP a little bit, but I never used rappels when I was a kid because I didn't know what they did. Like, I understood that it was like repel wild Pokemon. I was like, why would you want to do that? Because you want to catch them. So, like, I played the entire game without ever using them. Anyway, Kevin, thank you so much for the letter. We're going to move on to the last letter of the day, which is actually a package type. Well, it's this thing. What do you call these?
A manila envelope?
A manila envelope, and it's from
Kyle in Felton, Delaware.
Felton, Delaware, where we share.
Felton.
Felton, Delaware, where we share our feelings on the soil and the air. And you better believe that we really care here in Delton, Fountain, Delaware. I can't get that. We're not doing cities. No longer will I say cities in Delaware. If you write from Delaware, you're in Delaware, not in the city. Take that, Kyle. Dear StephenMail, I just wanted to say that I am a huge fan of the vlog and your Let's Play channel. I am currently taking the journey, and I have to say, watching your life unfold is truly something. Both of you have had a pretty big impact on me in my life, and I just wanted to thank you both. I actually started a LP channel of my own because of your Let's Plays, and watching other Let's Players as well. I've also included some drawings of Pokemon and a couple you may not know, and a recipe of the greatest cupcakes of all time. That was in caps, so that's why I enunciated that better. So I hope that you enjoy all of the drawings and stuff that I sent. Not really sure what else to say, so I'm going to end it here with a giant bye. Sincerely, Kyle. Also, my YouTube channel name is Kyle Pleasanton. That's literally it. Okay, well, I will link to that then. First off, thank you, Kyle, for the letter. It says, the recipe to the greatest cupcake ever. That's a cupcake, in case you are confused. Who am I kidding? I don't know how to cook. I think we were just trolled a little bit. The recipe is a farce. It actually says, I don't know how to cook. And it's not the recipe. But there are some Pokemon here, and they are in the vein of our Pokemon Leaf Green LP a little bit. Jiraki. Look at him, he's all dumb. I don't even know what Pokemon this is, but it's amazing. It looks like,
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse. Emoliga, it says, give me all the hugs and drugs. That seriously looks like Mighty Mouse. Exactly like Mighty Mouse. Then we have Ditto. It's a sword. Careful though, stare at it too long and your eyes will fall out. It's a blob, that's it. There's Ditto the blob. And then we have Cubone, and it says, it is the hottest of dogs. Victory. There's Cubone. I like this one a lot. I also like the Mighty Mouse one.
I do too.
I feel like a lot of people probably won't know who Mighty Mouse is. Mighty Mouse was before our time.
Yes.
I don't even know why I know who Mighty Mouse is.
Because you probably watched just as much Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes as I did.
I know. It's just Mighty Mouse isn't with that. It's just, I don't know. But we know who Mighty Mouse is. Anyway, Kyle, thank you so much for the letter and all of the marvelous pictures.
And the cupcake.
And the cupcake recipe. And for everyone who sent in mail today, thank you so much. If you'd like to send us something, you can. Go over to the channel page, click the About tab, you will see our address. Send us something, we'll get it, we'll open it, and we'll do the cha-cha-cha.
You don't dance.
Cha-cha-chihuahua, and I'm not afraid to fight. I woke up little Ricky in the middle of the night. I think I'm getting sleepy.
It's siesta time, you know.
The stereotype is so thick, I think I'm gonna blow. Do, 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 do.
Cha-cha-cha.
This is a really weird episode of Mail. See, the beautiful thing about Mail is that Mail is sometimes short, sometimes long, and I know we're going to change it soon, but on these kinds of episodes where it's long, you have the people that don't normally watch Mail, they come, they see it in their inbox, and they're like, you know, that episode's 25 minutes, I'm not really into watching Mail. And they pass it by. Then you have you guys that watch Mail, they watch it all the way through because you know that there's crap like this in it. Like, there's not going to be, you know, other times where we're going to start doing weird, random nonsense like this. Your mouth's going to be, like, beat red.
It's so hot here.
Over the stupid crap. Yeah, we turned the air off to do Mail videos so it doesn't interfere with the audio. Thank you guys for sticking around because you get true gems, so I guess it's worth sticking around. We'll see you tomorrow for another Mail video.